Hi everyone, it's Bitcoin from the Big Chubowski in the third round of the second week of this season. Let me just quickly check out the feats. I want to try and do the 3 Rebel Droid one this time. So I'm fighting this Somni X guy, the one who had the Relic 8 JML. For the rest, a pretty low GP roster, and like the last guy, a glaring weakness in General Skywalker at gear 11, but he does have the Clones Relic, as you'll see in a moment. So in overall, he doesn't have a lot in his roster, but just what he has is typically very high relic. So if you look at the banners, I'm not expecting you to be able to calculate that, but I did. He scored 62.25 average banners on the 2 zones that he killed here. And I put Darth Revan in there, I put Padme in there, and then the back is relatively weak. So what that tells me is that he definitely undersized these 2 for max banners, and that he probably used his Supreme Leader Kylo Ren against my Darth Revan to get some very good banners there. I guess it helps that my Marauder is just gear 12, and same for HK. Or, well, I guess he might have used like EP or something like that against the Padme team. Or maybe it's JKR, I don't really know. But either way, he got very good banners on the things that he took out, and then did absolutely nothing over here, other than an attempt on Night Sisters, which I believe followed quite a bit later. But yeah, I have time for my arena now, my Grand Arena. So up top here he put his Padme, kind of a weird Rage at a training team. If you look at that, BB-8, and then his Relic 8 JML with Gear 11 General Skywalker. And then over here he put his very strong GAC clones and his Mon Mothma team. So actually I did not expect him to do this. He historically set Supreme Leader Kylo on defense a lot, so I really enjoyed that he's changed it up. And that clone team is quite impressive. I mean, it's what everyone has, you just don't really get to fight it that much. And it's actually trickier for some counters to take it out than what you might be used to. So I have to think about this one, because I also don't really have a straightforward counter against JML. I'm gonna have to take in Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and I'm assuming he's fine with those weaker Jedi on the side, but who knows, I could get surprised. And actually get started against GAC clones here first. So this is the one I want to do the feat on, and I have seen absolutely 0 videos of Rage Jedi training in action against a team like this. So I won't be using my Resistance Hero Finn here, I have to use 3PO, which should make things pretty interesting. But he's a droid, so he makes the team super fast, which should allow me to outrun them. But there's a possibility that I lose, and that basically this entire match is risked a fair bit. So I hope that's not going to be the case, but we'll see. Right, so I can take my time for this one, and I'd like to. Doesn't really matter who I debuff, because if they take a turn, they're going to cleanse it anyway. And one thing I have to keep in mind with R2 here is that he's going to be assisting on anyone that I shoot. So I have to be pretty smart about how I do this. So first want to use the Foresight on BB-8. And now immediately follow up with a group attack, which I'm going to put on... I think Rage Jedi Training is probably smartest, because 3PO assists anyway. So let's do that. She's almost down. I think it's probably smartest to just try to kill her. Although my R2 is full turn meter and GAC is not, so I can actually control Rex here. And then I can burn down GAC T, that's probably smarter. Alright, now I can put the offense down rather safely on Echo. Then immediately go for 5s. Push his turn meter back a bit. Get the blind going, especially important against Echo there. Should Echo take any turns, I'm gonna have almost everyone on my team stunned, which is probably not too ideal. Illuminated Destiny. Man, they're taking turns like crazy. Don't know if I can keep up here. There we go. And 0 turns taken on their side. I guess I can finish it off with a special. Double 45k there. That reminds me a bit of Resistance Hero Finn, who was not allowed to participate in this party. So that should be defeat done. Yep. And I'm just claiming it because I'm sure I'll forget otherwise. So I have to think about this one a bit carefully there. Like I said, if I want to beat Padme, I use Rage at a Training up, so I can't use that one. And I would need Traya in some kind of variation. Now it's possible to do it without Traya and Scion, but they do add a high degree of safeguard, essentially, against these characters, so I'll have to take a careful look. I also have Grievous, and I'm considering that he could be an interesting option against the Mon Mothma team as well. So let me have a think about this one and get back in a second. I guess the best option for me is to go with Kira Nest, because I would really like to save my Traya against the Padme team. That would be a lot better. So I haven't really done too much of this. I'm sending in Kira. I don't really need her to survive, but for me it's more for the damage boost, as I think I might need it to be able to get through this fight. So we'll see how it goes. It's gonna take quite a while probably. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to build up enough damage. I'm not too worried if I don't make it, because yeah. This guy hasn't really cleared half of my board at all. So I really just need to kill 2 of his zones and then 1 team in the other zone, and then I'm fine. So I can do an AoE every time if I want, or whatever is available. There's not too much point in killing off 1 character. I just kind of have to hit them in a row. Though I wonder if anyone is dead. Sorry, did I just hit Mon Mothma? I thought she wasn't targetable. Huh. Is that a Zeta or something? I don't actually know. Well, you learn new stuff every time. Thought that was her whole deal. So initially the build-up is always incredibly slow, and then after a while it starts ramping up nicely. And I'm in a turn meter loop with Biggs that could take... nah, I guess the counter chance on my end gave up there. Even a Daze, who's the Dazer over here? It's probably a tiny chance of landing that one. That's not too great though. Yeah, I can just target her fine. Hope it doesn't land again, because that would be trouble. I do need to keep countering to get rid of those buffs. I know the Daze isn't Wedge or Biggs, so it's probably one of the other guys. Currently not super confident I'm gonna make it in time. I mean, I've been making good progress on like 1 or 2 characters, but we'll see. Just gotta be patient. Something just did land a Daze again. And I have a good chunk of tenacity on her. And a good bit of lag apparently. And Daze is immediately back here. That's quite annoying. Immediately after having taken a turn. So that cuts out a lot of my potential damage generation. I think it's like 20 seconds to get rid of it. That is not good. No good way to see who does it either, so that I could take them out first. Yeah, I just landed again. Well, that's probably going to be the thing that stops me from clearing this. So I'm going to check afterwards who was the Dazer. And take a look at the potency as well and see if there's anything I can still do about Nest's tenacity. I'm kind of lacking in tenacity mods, But it just seems to have been forever since I got any good ones. So this will time out, and if it times out, I'm gonna have to think about an alternative. Good hits, but it's probably not close enough. 60 Ks. Yeah, and the daze just stops me from killing them off quickly enough. It's weird though, because in the first part of the fight, I did not get daze at all. And then they started happening. Yeah, every single time basically. But I still countered on that one. Okay, on the next one I'm gonna back out. I'd rather not preload them. It's a bit unfortunate. So she definitely has the power, just not the tenacity. Well, it's good to know. I'm talking about the next one, but this loop has been going on for quite a while. It doesn't appear to be happening. Don't know if that was still in time. Anyway, okay, so that did not work. Yeah, right, I was gonna check. So who is the Dazer here? Yeah, pretty sure it wasn't Pao. Yeah, I also didn't really remember this guy being the Dazer, so it's gotta be the Rebel Trooper then. Yep. Once he's been promoted, right. To officer or commander, so that's why it didn't happen in the first part. And then his stats are based off of hers. So we would have 58% potency. If that's a stat that translates over anyway. But my nest has more tenacity, so that wouldn't make sense. Let's take a look. She has 150. Okay, so that's a 8% chance then to land it. Well, that looked a lot more like 8%. A lot more than 8% to me. So, not too positive over there. Anyway, I'm gonna go for the JML next, I think. I just want to clear some zones, get through, and then I can see what I want to do against the Mon Mothma team. Good test there. So let's see, Supreme Leader Kylo, and I think I'll just add weaker First Order. Reason being, he has to carry most of the weight anyway, and they don't really kill. There's going to be plenty of control on their end though, so we'll see how that goes. Just some guys to pass turns, and the tank, and then I have a full First Order team left to do something else. That should be good. And if it's not good, then I'm in very deep trouble. So he opens, didn't ability block everyone. This one here dispels the debuffs on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, which in turn allows him to cleanse everyone else. Now, no crits on that one, but once I'm cleansed, that makes my life a fair bit easier. So now that Yoda spread all the buffs, I immediately get to dispel them. Even the Gear 11 General Skywalker, though, is hitting pretty hard. Let's go. Yeah, this could get interesting, I think. Blow will definitely go down on an AoE. And Yoda nearly did. Hux can call in the group attack. I think I'll go into ultimate here just to take out General Skywalker. Yeah, pretty sure. And Grandmaster Yoda while at it. Save me some banners potentially from others getting chopped down. And then I can pass it and then kill off. So not the greatest banners. 52. Feels so low for having so many characters standing, but it is what it is. So I could also consider getting creative here with Emperor Palpatine and Vader without Traya and Sion, but not a huge fan of doing that. My CLS I don't think is going to cut through the Mon Mothma, because because you really need to get all of the kills. But I could consider taking a look. Let's see here. Empire. Bring Thrawn. If I do Thrawn and Nihilus, and I guess buy it, some kind of combination like that, I feel like it should be doable, but feel like should be. So the thing that Sion and Traya bring is like a quadruple level of safeguard, because first you have Darth Vader who goes and ability blocks everyone. You have Sion who puts pain on them so that they're forced to go for him. You have Nihilus who drains them so that they don't have any turns available to get to you. And then you have Traya still to reduce the cooldowns, to isolate, etc. But without Traya in play, things change quite a bit. So I have to be careful here. I think I'm gonna risk it, but if I don't clear, that's kind of annoying. Then this is gonna be a really rough battle. So let's try. This would make life a lot easier if it succeeds. So start with the Force Crush into Merciless. And Anakin here, so this is the thing, Anakin has 3 debuffs. And you would think that's enough to kill him, but he is a Relic 7 character. So I'm not actually positive I'll be able to take him out. So what I'm going to do instead is try to ability block Padme. Do the same with Ahsoka, same with R2. Do another Force Crush on GK. And now the Turn Meter isn't full on my team yet, so I'm going to do this. That was actually the worst possible. I thought he was going to have more health and protection left there, but he didn't. So that's kind of annoying. But I should still be okay. I'm going to Fracture GK here. Put this on EP. And try and get a stun in here. Perfect. Drain those cooldowns. I think the Anakin might not have had the Zeta, or I could be looking a lot worse than I am right now. But I'm not quite sure. This allows me to dispel their protection up. Nice thing about adding Payet to the mix. And this is just going to call them to assist, which feeds protection up, but whatever. Back to Vader. I can probably get a kill on R2 in a sec. And I think I'll do another Force Crush here. And I'm gonna try and get the close to the kill anyway. Okay, take out GK first. Wow, he actually survived that. I'm impressed. And same with R2. Vader, what's up with your stacks? He's got to do all the work here. And still no kill. This is getting a bit dramatic. You know when Thrawn has to get the kill with Fracture, that things are not great. So Padme goes down, and then I just need to maybe get a... No. Okay, no Turn Meter swap, but still a 58, and it allowing me to save Traya and Sion. So did he have the Zeta on Anakin? He did have it. So why did he not take a turn? I have no idea. Anyway, back to Mon Mothma then. Get my Sith out. Traya, Sion, and I feel like it would be smart to add some kind of damage dealer. But I'd need to add one that can actually survive stuff. So who could that be? Nest would be excellent here. Too bad I used her up. And anyone else, I think they're mostly going to get picked off, because Sion won't be protecting them all of the time probably. Thing is, I don't want to risk losing another round. So let's think about this one. I can also throw in Dooku. just for a couple extra attacks. I think he'll just go down, but let's give Dooku a chance. So put the pain down on everyone. Oh yeah, I never checked Mon Mothma why it is that she's being a weirdo, essentially. So I'm gonna isolate her, or maybe Bao, or this. Actually, this guy is the one who generates Sturm Meter. That's what I don't want. So, sorry, that's what I do want because that's what kills them. So I'm gonna actually isolate Mon Mothma. So that she doesn't get that other dude in the field. And I believe that should make my life a lot easier. Though I could be wrong, let's see. It's the first one down. Let's get Wedge down. Yeah, this does make life a lot easier. So the reason why she still gets him in. I was gonna say the reason why I am pretty clueless about Mon Mothma is obviously I don't run her at all. I never cared too much for her. It just feels like Geos 2.0. And I know that's disrespecting a team that can like even take out Galactic Legend Rey, but I just really don't like anything about this faction. It just feels like the cheapest way ever for CG to get you to wail on a bunch of old characters. Oh my, he thought I'm gonna be a genius and put CLS in the back, but someone still has Grievous. So that's not gonna be a problem for me, hopefully. Let's fight that one first then. Also still have Jedi. So here was the thing, I thought he was gonna put his Supreme Leader Kylo on defense. So that's why I said this. He's attacking, interesting. He's been watching, I guess, and he's like, okay, well this guy is actually clearing. Anyway, I'd be insanely, like, beyond measure surprised if he can clear this zone. But, yeah, I thought he was going to set Supreme Leader Kylo, so I set this Bastilla JML team because he historically didn't really have a counter for it, especially if he set CLS on defense, so nothing to control what. And then I kept these Jedi that I have to take out his Supreme Leader Kylo, and I was actually planning to use my Supreme Leader Kylo to solo one of his teams. So all that stuff changed up substantially. But that's okay, let's go for these boys here with the Seppies. Feels like I've been doing this match like 4 times in a row in all of the recordings. But yeah, I mean everyone seems to think that CLS is such a fantastic defensive team. Which is, yeah, I mean it's a good team, but if you can just see in the history that I'm doing this over and over, then it seems a bit insane to set it on defense, even if it's in the back. So, he just cleared the target lock, let's get it back. It's a bit pricey there to get smacked in the face, but Chewie should be gone in a second. Let's stun this guy. No, he's guarded. My bad. Should try and take my time for it. Unfortunately, the target lock feat is gone, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't get that one. Let's do a group attack on this good sir. And see if I can top up some banners. It's unlikely, but worth a shot, as always. I think I'll just aim for B2 going to full. And call it a day. I'm gonna have to basic on this one, I think, to try and make it. Yeah, no. That was a stretch. So, how'd you do, pal? Still in there. Let's see, Ray Jedi training then. Can do the Jedi over there. So JKL, yeah, he can be in the lead. Hermit Yoda and JKR could do that. I mean, I would imagine that JKL can do it along with Hermit Yoda, but I don't know for sure. So let's do this. Only thing I don't know is how fast is his Hux. Let me check that real quick. Actually, this explains a lot. So he definitely soloed with Supreme Leader Kylo, but he wanted to do that from the get-go because of his defensive First Order team here that only just secured to me. So that's pretty crazy. So anyway, these three. Immediately direct focus Hux. Do this one. Stunned a lot. Pretty crazy regeneration there. And that should be it. I'll just have to save Hermit Yoda's heal for the end to top up my protection because I'll probably lose a little bit. Let's put up the foresight and that should get the job done to prevent any loss. And there we go. So he did take out a couple characters, but as expected wasn't able to one-shot it. Got impressively far though. Considering he had no way to control what there, so I guess like him waiting, he was thinking he might be able to pull some more stuff off, but now he's realizing that I'm not going to have any trouble full clearing. So a couple things I can do here. I can send in CLS, the trio, to murder these guys, and I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. Or I could send in First Order, but I think these three can handle the job just fine, considering BB-8 is super low gear. Not really any reason to go heavier. No Zetas either, so... Whoop. So let's dispel him and kill him before he starts doing anything too crazy. Take her out too. I don't really want him to taunt. And in the meantime, I've cleared the healing immunity. So hopefully that's gonna allow me to max the protection banner. Yep. Alright, sweet. Is he gonna try and keep going? Now to the General Skywalker team, what's he up to? What do I want to do here? I mean, it's without the hyena, it's a really weak Malevolence lineup. So I'm just gonna negotiate this one and do a Malevolence mirror. I wonder if he hasn't unlocked the ship. Or if it's in reinforcements to try to bait me. Also possible. There's definitely some things that have changed there. I used to be extremely thorough with my reviews of people's rosters, but sometimes over time you start to identify like sort of shortcomings that people have, and then you know up to a certain extent that you don't need to know every little detail, like which Zeta do or don't they have, etc. This is not really the greatest opening, I think, because that guy is still buffed over there. That's usually the scenario I'm trying to avoid at this stage. Ah, dang it. Well, at least I still get a kill before the reinforcement. So that's, wow, nice 68. Plo topped me off real good there. Four ships should get the job done. Because I think I can pick a bunch of them off before the show gets started. We'll see though. So we got Sunfac, we got Soldier. Going to put the buff immunity on Sunfac. Probably start with the AoE. That was a strangely wasted move. He should have actually cleansed something there. Anyway, let's go for Soldier. Not a kill there is kind of disappointing. Let's get it now though. That is a exceptionally weak Vulture Droid. But then again, it was like 4 stars or something. Nobody's gonna take a turn before the reinforcement though, that's a bit unfortunate. And my own spy there has stopped me from killing their Vulture. That's probably the silliest part. Slave 1 is gone. Let's just do a basic. And hopefully one more hit before another. Nope. There we go. So not the prettiest on banners, I'm guessing 63, but there we go. So he actually still took something down. He still took a lot down. The Night Sisters on a second attack and then General Skywalker. He is somehow multi-shotting. I'm decently impressed considering what he has for offense, which is very little. I can show you. So JML's on defense, Supreme Leader Kylo is on offense, Darth Revan he had on offense, probably used against JML. His Vader team, guessing used against Padme. Grievous he did have for offense, but Grievous can't do that much against the teams that I set in the front anyways. Guessing he tried that against Night Sisters. That could actually be how he beat them on the second attempt there, just realized. And then CLS was in defense, JKR he did have for offense. With JKL. So I'm guessing that was his plan if I set Supreme Leader Kylo on defense. And then, yeah, Geos. And that's kind of it there. I think almost everything else was on defense. So let's see if he makes it through. And even if he does, I mean, it's kind of already over. Because of these multi-shots. I only dropped one battle, sorry. He already dropped 2, so yeah, it's practically over. He might still clear this. I can tell you what the score was in the next week, because I'm not really planning to wait until this guy's done. I've got to go climb an arena and carry on with Territory Wars soon. So I'll just wrap it up here. Maybe he's going to clear, in which case, big congrats to this guy. I did not expect that, but he got pretty far as is anyway. So thanks for watching. I hope you all had a good week, and see you soon for more Grand Arena.